Oh, 61.
So if you were a tree, what kind of a tree would you be?
She stole my line. In 45.
And you see those other two little balls over there that just fell out also? You can call those too. Oh, praise be.
She lies.
Really? Is that an actual big woohoo?
My name is John Paul Wumble. I'm the Director of Development for the Alliance of Aid Services Carolina. Basically, we have one meeting about 2 weeks out to talk about prizes and what the theme of that event is going to be and what the costumes are going to be and what the show is going to be and how we're going to sort of lay it out. And then pretty much that Friday is all dedicated to Drag Bingo. We're buying food, we're doing the last minute preparation, printing tickets, doing this, doing that, doing the other. And then it's pretty much all day Saturdays. And the preparation for the committee as a whole is about 2 full days of work. The day before and the day of, 100% are dedicated to Drag Bingo. Each member of the Drag Bingo committee is sort of responsible for one area. My sort of area of specialty is the show lineup, what the theme is going to be, working out the details of the stage, prizes, and so forth. So each different committee member has a different sort of role in what that looks like.
My name is Steven Jackson. I'm on the committee. My job in the Bingo event is to actually carry the sound and the music, to spruce the energy, for the introduction of the BBDs, and also for operating the mics that's actually on stage.
I'm Jenny Satterfield, and I'm a member of the board on the Alliance of Aid Services Carolina, and a member of the Drag Bingo Committee, which means I do a number of things during the events, from setup and breakdown to just various things to make sure that the show happens the way it needs to happen.
My name is Loretta Allen Adams, and husband and I work in the kitchen. My husband loves to cook, and so we were asked to sort of do hot dogs and chili and slaw and onions. We work in the kitchen. It's lots of fun. Hard work, but fun.
My name is Gaston Williams, and I'm the chairman of the board of directors of the Alliance of Aid Services, and I'm also a committee member with the Bingo Committee.
My name is Tanya Boardman. I'm on the Drag Bingo Committee. I've been on the committee since we started, one of the founding members.
My name is Gene Schreckengast, and I'm the committee chair of the Drag Bingo event currently. That sort of play all roles in regards to that, in creating the event, putting it together. Mostly on an organizational level right now, which is just a challenge. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of changes to it, which is just exciting.
The Alliance of Aid Services is composed of four former organizations merged, and 3 of those organizations formed the Alliance about 2.5 years ago. And the Alliance is the single largest aid service agency in the Triangle. It combines both education, direct client services, help with housing, and everything but medical. We run food pantries for our clients. So we deliver a variety of services: safe sex education, faith-based ministries, care teams for people who are unable to care for themselves. We operate in the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Orange County area, Wake County area. The bingo has meant a great deal because we have an unfortunate difficulty right now with our economy the way it is. We've noticed a drop-off in our normal giving by both corporate sponsors and individuals to our organization. And like every organization, we struggle with new ways to raise funds, to keep our budgets intact and to continue our mission.
The event really did follow an event that came out of Seattle originally, and that was in fact called Gay Bingo. So we wanted something that would be a little more unique, that wouldn't be just gay, and frankly we didn't want it to be. In some of the larger, more metropolitan areas, you can target the gay audience and fill up, a full house of folks coming out to play bingo. We were really cognizant of wanting to make this a community event, and we did not want this to be a gay event, a straight event, any specific group. So Drag Bingo gave us the opportunity to hit the entire triangle area, regardless of whether you were gay, straight, black, white, purple, green, whether you were HIV positive or HIV negative, or whether you had $20 in your checking account or $500,000 in your checking account. It didn't matter. You had the opportunity to participate and be involved and have fun in, you know, a laid-back, casual, sober, safe, sane environment to come out and have some fun and support people living with HIV and AIDS.
It was in the early days, one of our partners was the Independent magazine, which is a weekly arts and entertainment newspaper here, free newspaper in the Raleigh metropolitan area. And they were one of our original co-sponsors, and they allowed us to produce at a reduced rate or free advertising in their magazine. And we did that, and that's how we first got started. And then there was some word of mouth that spread from there on. What's evolved is an interesting collection of folks we communicate with primarily through email, and then we also advertise now, but we've kind of built the following as it's interesting. We have no problem selling out for the events right now, just based on the network of people who enjoy coming to the events and people who repeatedly come to our events. So it kind of has a self-sustaining publicity.
The first committee meeting was in November a year and a half ago. So the first event actually occurred in May of 2002, but Mary Kmart, aka Randy Light, and I started working on it back in November of 2001. The main challenges were, one, finding the folks who were interested in being really involved on a monthly basis to pull off this event every single month. The second challenge was finding prizes.
We approach mostly locally owned merchants, and a lot of chains have participated, and national chains have participated in this. And they've been more than willing, once they understand the fact that this is a benefit from which all the funds go directly to the events, the Alliance, and there's very little overhead. There's very little cost associated with putting on the bingos. And they're very willing to contribute to what they view as a very deserving cause that helps sponsor our events.
And then the number one challenge of all was finding a space that was large enough and would meet the state criteria for what space could be. You know, it's funny, when you talk about Drag Bingo, you might as well just call it volunteer Drag Bingo. Volunteers are the absolute be-all, end-all. Without volunteers, there would be no Drag Bingo. We'd be dead in the water the first time. Every single person who's involved with Drag Bingo, I'm so proud to say, it's probably one of the things I'm most proud to say, the folks that are involved with Drag Bingo, 100% are volunteers.
Well, the actual board itself, I think, ranged like a dozen people to actually plan the event, but we have dozens and dozens of volunteers.
So the day of the event, we've got 15 folks that come in, do the setup, from just getting tables and chairs and the paper on the tables and all of the literature and bingo daubers and that kind of thing, all ready for the event. Then we've probably got 6 or 7 people in the kitchen during the evening, 4 or 5 folks at the door selling tickets, welcoming folks, handing out their bingo cards, the daubers, and then we've got our BVDs. And we've, on most nights we've got anywhere from 5 to 8 BVDs.
My name is Shannon Tabbert. My stage name is Mini Mart. I've been Mini Mart for about 6 years now, roughly. Pretty much, what we do is what's called the BVD, or Bingo Verifying Diva. When someone says they have bingo, first of all, we have to make sure and verify it for them, for Mary and for John Paul. If someone needs a soda or a snack of some sort, we want to go get it for them. We sell more bingo tickets and basically just try to keep the mood light in the room and stuff like that. I first got involved when my roommate, Mary Kmart, was approached by John Paul, and of course said they would need help, and it's truly a pleasure to do it. It's fun.
My name is Bob Wellinger, and my stage name is Winnebago. I'm kind of the trailer trash on wheels. I've seen more mileage than I-95 is pretty much how my character goes. Been doing it about 6 years now, and been doing drag bingo for about a year.
My name is Tom. My drag name is Hoshiman. Mary Kmart, the hostess of Drag Bingo, had asked me one day just to come out and help her. So I did it for the first time like probably 5 months ago, and I am so far addicted to it. All these themes are set up ahead of time. Like the theme before this one was Carnival, which was like Showgirl. So I make a lot of costumes for the girls here, and just this time it was easy. It was, you know, beauty queen, so all we had to do was just go buy a dress and sling up some hair, and, you know, real easy.
In your right hand, hold them high in the air. Hold them high in the air, and here we go. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I am here to help people living with HIV and AIDS. And to help stop this horrible epidemic. I further swear. That bingo is just a silly game.
To me, it's a very big social event. A lot of my friends go to drag bingo, so I get to see some of them that I don't necessarily see out at the bars very often. You know, it's a fun social event, and it seems to be what they're getting out of it too. Is they're meeting new people that they normally wouldn't meet because they don't go to the bars, and it's just a very relaxing evening. You know, there's not a lot of pressure. You know, we're just going there to have fun. We're not necessarily going there to, you know, we know that the people are going to show because it's already been sold out in advance, and we just go there with the whole attitude that we're going to have fun.
Okay, the first number, 062, G59, I30, 072, G58, 068, 064. Come on out, girl. 064, we have a bingo.
We said in the early days, and I'm not real sure whether it's changed much since, our original crowds were about a little more than a third to 40% gay or lesbian, and a little more percent of unknowns, and then another percent that were definitely straight couples, older people, grandmother types, and people with their families, their children. And it's pretty much stayed, I guess it's dominantly a gay, lesbian attended event, but not dramatically so. We often have crowds that are very mixed, for which we think it's a great bridging device for us to raise awareness in the community that might not otherwise get a message about what the work is that we do and about how these funds are used to support the mission of the agency.
You know what tree I would be.
Yeah, what tree would you be, Skittles?
I would be a rose. In Liberty Country it is, honey.
My name is Barbara. On coming to the event, actually, I read it and told some friends about it, and we decided that we'd like to come because it just seemed like it would be a lot of fun.
My name is Nancy, and I'm from Durham. I belong to the Unitarian Church, and they put it in the bulletin, and it just sounded like a good cause and just sounded like fun. The whole thing is just fun. It's just, everybody just has a good time and just kind of lets loose. I guess Mary Kmart is just really fun. She's just a wild, crazy person, and it's neat. And I've met some really interesting people too.
Scott is his middle name. And your big name?
My name is Scott, and I live in Apex, North Carolina. I, in the past, moved down to North Carolina from New York, and I had two very dear friends who passed from complications related to AIDS, and they made me promise that I would continue to support and do as much as I can to help the cause.
So 5 pending bed sessions.
First of all, I won Where the Boys Are by William J. Mann, and also tanning sessions.
And a copy of Where the Boys Are. Where are they? By William J. Mann.
Okay, next up we have Yoko.
70 Shades of Purple.
You're finished, Winnie. Get off the stage. Bye. Y'all give it up for Winnie Bago.
Well, I think everybody enjoys bingo. But to hear drag bingo, it's certainly a twist. You know, we've always said this is not your mother's bingo, or this is not your grandmother's bingo.
What's his name?
And when they find out that the money goes for such a wonderful cause, people just can't say no to it. And it's, you know, a smoke-free, alcohol-free event. What more could you ask for?
I think the drag queens are very intriguing to people, and even to me. The humor, I mean, it's a comedy show. I mean, it is a comedy show every night.
N41, N40, G6.
My name is Sherman Allforce, and I'm from Durham, North Carolina. Somebody who hasn't been to one of these, I would probably try not to tell them too much, but to, you know, build their expectations a little bit that they're going to be in for something really different and something that will be a lot of fun.
My name is Fran Schindler, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. This event is the most favorite thing in my whole life. I love it. I don't miss it. Ever since I found out about it about, 6 or 7 months ago, I come every month.
We're supposed to do numbers, so I'm going to start off with 832-5128. That's my home number. And my cell is 608-1270. Why is nobody writing this down? There's some cute guys that I would like to write this down, specifically, please. Okay? And I answer 24 hours. So that you know. Okay, what do you want to play? X. You want to play X? Okay, good. Okay.
Okay, hi. My name is Larry Stinson, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, Corella, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
I would be a weeping cherry. I-16, B7.
I came to the event because one of my co-workers is very involved in this bingo. So and he told me that the money was used for AIDS. So that's why I'm here.
My name is Oppie Jordan, and I am from Raleigh, North Carolina. I have not missed any of them. Tonight is very special because my son is very much involved in this. And I think the event itself is one of the best fundraisers that I've ever been a part of because of the goal or the purpose of it, and it's such a good cause. I won something from a gift store in Chapel Hill, and it was a great book on how to make some little things and also some funky fingernail polish that I am sure that I would never wear, but the med student said, you know, you could paint your toenails with that. I said, oh yeah, okay, probably, but I don't even come for that. I actually would have given the gift back.
Okay, and our next drag bingo hostess is Miss Winnie Bago. Y'all make some noise for her. It's hot, we're melting. You know, we're not pretty when we melt. I am. All right, okay, if you want to play drag bingo, raise your hand.
The uniqueness of bingo is it's hard to put on it. It's a chemistry. It's part because the event's being run by drag queens. That kind of makes a barrier. A barrier kind of comes down around people, and they'll sit at a table, and you can watch the group dynamics take a hold where they actually are having fun just sitting at a table playing bingo. And each event has a slightly different personality. Some nights are particularly funny, some nights are not particularly funny, or they're just semi-funny, and so each event has a slightly different twist to it.
Come on up, Becky. This will be her.
See, I was feeling bad for her during the album. She didn't have any numbers.
Hey! We got
We would tell, if they had never attended the drag bingo event, we would tell them how much fun that it is, what a diverse community is there, and all of the laughter and the camaraderie and the just being open and enjoying. I mean, it's really enjoyable to be there, and it's funny. That's one of the other things. It's not serious.
Hormone hasn't kicked in yet. So difficult to hide the cookie. Let's play hide the cookie.
Well, my name is Tommy. I live in Durham. Well, a lot of my friends are HIV infected patients or friends that are in clinical trials. You know, that's really what brought me in too. This is my first time ever getting involved into the gay and lesbian, bi, transgender community activities. You know, being drag bingo, it's fun, it's exciting, and it gets me involved because where I'm originally from, it's a subject that is hush-hush. You don't speak of it, you don't talk of it. It's really, really, really strict.
N45, B14, G59, N32.
My name is Kathy Bundy, and I'm from Raleigh. Well, we've been here several times, and it's always a good time. I think we've been coming ever since the first one.
I don't speak English.
We're always getting people to come with us. My mom's in there now, and just because it's so much fun, we tell people to come. You don't have to dress funny. Everybody else will dress funny for you. You don't have to do that. It's just a good time, and it raises up money for the AIDS Alliance, but it's a painless way to do that. It's not like having to write out a check and mail it off.
Helping welcome to the stage the lovely and talented Miss Minnie Mart.
What do you want to play? Hide and seek? No? Okay. Four corners? What? Host it.
Our first event, we thought, well, if we make $1,000, we'll be happy. Well, we raised well over $3,400 that first event, so we were incredibly excited about that.
What that means is you're only going to call the B's and the O's, okay? So none of the I's, none of the M's, and none of the G's. Got it?
That is correct, Bob.
All right. Okay, here we go.
B6. O69. He didn't? Come here, honey. Come here, little Abercrombie and Fitch guy. Come on, honey. Chop, chop.
Who didn't do it?
He didn't do it. Yeah.
Who?
Hello, Helen. Okay, so in case you guys missed it, the rules. Oh, no, I don't know. I like this one. Okay. So in case you missed it at the beginning, in case you guys weren't here, when I call 069, you're supposed to squat down. I'll demonstrate for you. Squat down. Squat down. And when I say 069, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. We'll go back to the Sylvan Center. Okay, ready? 69! All right.
My name is Allison. Well, I guess we're just expecting to be with some people that we haven't seen in a while, maybe meet some people, some new people, and laugh a lot, be entertained, just have a nice evening out.
We have a bingo!
If I had the one part of the recipe that is most spectacular to share with anybody that wants to do drag bingo, one, keep it fun, keep it simple. This does not need tiaras and red carpets and thrones and bells and whistles and lights and dance floor and magical sound system. Our sound system is kind of antiquated and blah. Keep it fun. Make it about the people you're involving. You know, finding someone with a unique personality, several people with unique personalities, from the folks who are going to be doing stage to the folks who are going to be doing prize gathering. It's about the folks that are involved. You know, what is it James Carville used to say when they were trying to elect Bill Clinton? It's about the economy, stupid. In the case of Drag Bingo, it's about the people, stupid. You know, it's about keeping it fun, it's about keeping it affordable, and it's about keeping it focused. Keep it focused on the fact that this event, for us at least, in Raleigh, North Carolina, Drag Bingo is about being affordable and directly making a difference in the lives of people living with HIV and AIDS. And if you're interested in something that's affordable and you're interested in something that's going to directly benefit the people living with HIV and AIDS in this city, Drag Bingo is a great way to do it. If you can remember those two things and you can keep that recipe part of whatever it is you're doing and whatever city you're doing it in, it will be a success for you. But it's about the people, and it's about the people that are both involved in the daily running of the event, and it's about the people that it's there to serve. Forget those two things and you're lost. Remember those two things and you got a winner. I think the one thing I would like to say is to everyone that's been involved in Drag Bingo here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and in Durham, in the Triangle area that work, thank you. Thank you to the players, thank you to the people that have given their time on stage and those lovely wigs and makeups, and thank you most especially to the volunteer committee that's made this possible, and to all the folks that have donated prizes, because without you, Drag Bingo would, as I've said, be dead in the water. And we, at the Alliance of AIDS Services of Carolina, and as a person living with HIV, are very grateful. So thank you.